Voyage of Despair has to be one of my favorite maps of all time. Despite the amount of ludicrous backlash that it's gotten, I absolutely love this map. This is no troll, I'm being completely serious here. Voyage of Despair is a solid, excellent map. I absolutely love it. From the astounding aesthetics to the great atmosphere, this is just a great overall map, and it's pretty painful to see not many people like this map when I think it's one of the best that Black Ops 4 has to offer. So I'm just going to be talking about how much I love this map, and maybe you agree. Maybe you'll find that there's some stuff here that you didn't find before. So let's get right into this and why I love the Voyage of Despair Zombies map. So, to start out, I just love the theme, okay? I'm a huge Titanic fanatic, so when I heard it was going to be a zombies map, and when I saw the trailer for this first time, I was beyond excited. And needless to say, for me anyways, they delivered. The entire map feels like I'm playing through the actual Titanic. The attention to detail is stunning here. It feels exactly like how it would be on the actual Titanic. It's cramped, you only have one way in, one way out, and of course you can't leave the ship. So, on that note, it really excels at being a map where I want to keep coming back because the Titanic is so interesting to me. Now, some argue that this map feels too cramped and too close quartered, but I have a question for you. Have you ever been on a ship? Okay, if you haven't been on a ship, then that close quarters argument is garbage, okay? The Titanic, even though it's one of the biggest ships ever, was still a ship. You know, it's a finite space. So you're gonna run out of space at some point, and I think they did really well in mimicking the ship. Now, I will say, I do wish there was some more space towards the front of the ship. I do wish the bow had more to do. You can see a little bit in the beginning clip that I was trapped a little bit, but I do appreciate the attention to detail and how it feels really like being on the Titanic. So, for atmosphere, I think this is the best map of all time, honestly. It really hits where it needs to hit for me to feel like I'm playing on the actual Titanic. Really excels. But beyond that, alright, because you could just say, it's just the aesthetic, what else do you like about the map? Well, I think aesthetic goes a long way, but also, it just feels fun to play. It's relatively simple, you can get an upgrade for the Kraken, there's a Kraken, side quest, that's pretty much all there is for getting the Wonder Weapon, but you can also get it from the Stoker. And of course, let's talk about the enemy variety. I'm one who likes to have a ton of enemy variety, I know not everybody does, but it feels pretty fun and sometimes creepy when there's a ton of zombies coming at you on this boat and there's nothing you can do but try to kill them. So, I think on that note, it really does feel like a great zombies experience. I love being challenged, and I think this was a good way to do it. I really like the Stoker zombie. The Stoker was kind of a mixed bag. I do think he's a pretty interesting combination of, I don't know, the Mangler and George Romero, I guess. That would be a pretty cool combination. And, you know, he runs towards you. He's a really cool design as well. So, enemy variety, I think, is good here. This is pretty much with all of Chaos, because I think all of Chaos has that same enemy variety in terms of the catalysts. But they all have their unique bosses, right? The Stoker is a great boss for this map. And of course, the boss fight for this map is perfect. The Odin boss fight is a top 5 boss fight, and it's not even contested. This map has one of the best boss fights ever. The Stoker's a great boss. The boss variety is fine. I don't see the complaint besides, you know, these little shits. But regardless, it's a great map for just having a good time and getting to high rounds. It's pretty easy as well. The strat isn't too bad. But overall, I just love what this map has to offer. And of course, the aesthetic is beautiful. It's to the point where it pretty much distracts me from the map itself. But regardless, I absolutely love Voyage of Despair. And now it's time for me to go fully full fanboy on why I actually love this map. First of all, it takes advantage of the Black Ops 4 engine. This map feels really good with the Black Ops 4 engine, right? Because you have your 4 perks, and this introduces them perfectly. You spawn in with your Danu perks, so you already get an understanding of where you get to pick your perks. When you play this map for the first time, you get to understand, okay, there's my first perk, there's a wall weapon, and you get a pretty big area. The starting area is pretty big, and as you go on, it gets a little bit closer. You get some shield parts here and there, and you get your other perks as well. And then the Sentinel artifact on the complete opposite side of the ship looks great. I'm going to put a couple shots here. This shot looks excellent, and you can't tell me otherwise. They did an excellent job at progressing you through the map, and yet showing you a lot of what the map has to offer in terms of size, because this map is huge. It's arguable that Voyage of Despair could be as big as Origins, or bigger. bigger than Transit. Okay, this map is massive. So the fact that it's able to guide you there pretty easily without going below deck, which is where you need to go for certain steps. Super fun with friends. I just did an attempt with a couple of friends, and it was awesome. So, Easter egg, great. Atmosphere, great. Bosses, great. What is there to complain about? Honestly, what is there to complain about this map? You could say, I don't know, again, the Catalyst, but that's more of a chaos storyline. That's not really the map's fault. Let's see, the Easter egg, you don't get to save the ship from sinking, but I've never understood that argument. You know, I never even liked that argument either, because would that really have been satisfying to save the ship from sinking? Really now? Compared to fighting Odin or shooting the fucking planets off the ship? Like, that's way cooler. Now, what I would have liked, in my opinion, is if the ship actually started to sink. This is one thing that I think was a letdown, was that the ship doesn't really sink. I think that would have added a lot of challenge to the map. If you had to constantly just look at the water level, maybe make the map even bigger towards the front, but make it so that area starts to sink, so you can notice the ship on the map, that would be amazing. I have a feeling that this wasn't done due to the engine, but regardless, I think there's a lot they could have done more with the ship itself, but regardless, it still does a great job at being a perfect launch map for the Chaos story. Now, unfortunately, it is followed by 9, which is a fan favorite and also one of my favorites. So, when that video comes out, you'll see a lot of praise for that map as well. But I wanted to make this video because I love Voyage of Despair, and it does not get the credit it deserves. It's got a ton of play area, it's got a great atmosphere, it's got a great boss fight. There's very little to complain about here. I think this map is excellent. It's not really a tight-quartered map when you consider it's a ship-based map. Like, most ships are not very open space, you know? If you want open space, you can go to the dining room, you can go to the grand staircase, there's plenty of areas you can go to. So, I honestly don't have an issue with the size of the map. I might have to say it's a skill issue, to be honest, because the map isn't too difficult. I recently got to round 50 on hardcore. If you want a hardcore guide, please let me know. I've been really wanting to make a hardcore guide for Black Ops 4, since not many people seem to play that difficulty, so I'd like to see if anyone else wants to see me make a guide on how to get to round 50 on hardcore, because there's many different strategies you can do. But I'm getting off topic. Voyage of Despair, I love this map. Give it a very solid 9 out of 10. Easy, great map. And if you haven't tried it, or if you've just been blinded by the BO4 hate, give it a go, because I think you're going to have a great experience with this map. The Titanic map for Black Ops 4 is a great map. Is it better than any other launch map? Yeah, I would say so. I would say it's almost better than Shadows for me, but that will be its own separate video, like, far into the future, talking about why I love that map as well. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to leave it off here. I think you get the point. I love Voyage of Despair, but I'm just going to end it off here. I'm going to be trying to get more videos out, so I'm sorry if this took a while to release, but I'm trying to get content back on schedule now that my computer is fixed. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like button and subscribe. You know I'm always trying to get a new operator into the Dark Ops army. And share this video as well. I'd like to see more viewers on here and see what other people think about this map. Maybe there's other people who enjoyed this map compared to myself, because I seem to be one of the few who actually loves this map. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.